Foreigners living in Korea introduce uniquely Korean items to our viewers. It's time to bring it on. Hello and welcome back. I'm your hostess, Arirang. Let's meet the star presenters of our show who continue to bring it on week after week. Hello and welcome back, Amy, the winner of our first semifinal. Next to her is Nihat and Derek. It's always a pleasure, Laura and John, and one kind. One kind, what are you doing over there sitting with the panel?
Now I'm part of the panel, and I'm glad to be here, and I can't wait to do another presentation.
Right, last week you substituted for Marie, and so it means that next week or this week you're presenting?
Maybe next week.
Next week you're presenting.
Yes.
Wow, so that means that you're eligible for the spot at the grand finale up against Amy.
Yes, I am.
Do you see yourself going all the way to the top?
I see myself being a very great competitor against Amy, so she better watch out.
Okay, looking forward to your presentation. So viewers, One Kind will be presenting next week, so please show your support for One Kind. And we also have a new member in place of Marie. Let's welcome Jessie Day. Hello, Jessie.
Hello.
Okay, why don't we start with a little introduction?
Yeah, my name is Jesse. I'm from Victoria in Canada. Been in Korea for about 5 years, and I'm looking very forward to bringing it on.
Amy, the winner of our first semifinal. How are you feeling today? All cozy and relaxed, I suspect?
I am very cozy, but I'm still in shock. I can't believe that happened last week. I'm pretty happy and pretty excited to be here. Now I just get to sit and buzz you in and buzz you out. I'm ready.
I love the determination and the passion and the enthusiasm in this studio. So we're done with 6 preliminary rounds and the first semifinal. We begin the second part of the competition now to see who will face Amy in the grand finale. Who will take home the grand prize money? Stay with us till the very end to see who is crowned the champion. And here is how the competition works.
Each episode, 3 presenters will introduce a uniquely Korean item to the viewers and the judges. Vote for your favorite on the Arirang website, Google+, and the Bring It On app. Your vote and the panel's votes will decide the winner. Survival presentation show, Bring It On. Here are the rules. Winner of episode 4, 5, 6. These 3 will compete in the semi-final in episode 7. Winner of episode 8, 9, 10. The 3 will duke it out in the second semi-final in episode 11. And the winners from the semi-finals will go head-to-head in episode 12 for the grand finale.
Remember that the online voting and the SNS voting counts up to 40% of the total score, so keep your votes coming. Go to the Arirang TV website, our application, and Google Plus to make your voice heard. But remember that by the time this show airs, votings for next week will have already begun. So now with that said, it's time to unveil today's topic. Here it is. Today's topic is Korean medical system and services. So to better understand the Korean medical system, I've prepared a little quiz. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. How different is Korea's medical system? Let's find out with a simple quiz. If you know the answer, press the buzzer in front of you. Some countries like the UK, US, France, and Germany have a blank system, so people go to a designated clinic. But this is not the case in Korea. Amy.
Are you so surprised? Like, okay. I'm gonna guess private.
Private.
Healthcare
Some
system?
countries like the UK, US, France, and Germany have a private system.
Maybe it's like two-tier. I don't know about France and Germany, but
Private
be private.
is close, but is not the correct answer. How would you say that differently? Yes, Laura?
State, how can I say? State run or state funded or?
State-funded system. Wrong.
That is wrong.
It's a word similar to private?
It is very close to private
Is it the opposite?
system. I'll give you a hint. Individuals register with a specific doctor. Derek?
Primary?
Primary, no. Laura?
Registration.
Registration, no.
You have to be registered.
What
in
is
the
a close-knitted private organization?
No, not you.
I'm really drawing a blank here. It really got tougher after the first question. The second question, we're all just, we don't know.
What's the word start with?
The word starts with F. It's close to private. Fraternity is brotherhood, right? So if you
Right.
were to have a brother, expand a little. Laura, family. Family is correct.
Family system.
Family doctor system.
they call
Family
it,
doctor
registration.
system. UK, US, France, and Germany have a family doctor system. Of
course.
So
Yeah.
you have a designated doctor in your family. So all of your family members go to a specific doctor. 2 points for Laura, okay? Next question. For foreigners to receive medical insurance benefits in Korea, they must prove that they have lived in Korea for more than...
I think
Go
she
first.
One kind was
1
first?
year.
1 year is incorrect. Laura?
3 months.
3 months? Laura's on a roll. 3 months is correct.
Wow. Oh.
Wow.
You don't have to be a Korean citizen to receive Korean health insurance. You just have to be living here for 3 months. So that is a good tip to know, guys. So all the points go to Laura.
Sorry.
Congratulations, Laura.
Thank you.
With that last
Yeah, it looks like Laura is the only one who did her homework. Let's get down to business. Laura, Nihat, and Derek, what items have you chosen for today? It's time to bring it on. As usual, we have foreign students studying in Korea joining us today. We are going to connect to the students at Kyunghee University. Hello, guys. Hi. It's your first time on our show. Please introduce your school to us.
Well, we're studying at Kyunghee University, and some of us have been here for a couple of months, and some of us are almost fresh off the plane. I don't know why any of us are here. There are a lot of Swedish people here for some reason. I don't know why. But we're all having a blast, I'm sure. Right, guys? Yeah!
What are you looking for in the presentations?
So we expect to hear some things, maybe we can have updates about Korea.
Right, you want to learn more about Korea from these presentations. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will connect with you again after 2 presentations. So have fun, and please remember to vote. Your vote counts for 10% of the total points, okay? Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye!
Introducing Korean cultural items to the world, it's time to bring it on. We have, as usual, a very special guest joining us today. Let's give it up for Sam Carter of Lunafly.
Hello.
Hello, Sam Carter of Lunafly.
Yes.
It's your first time on our show. Please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Sam Carter from Lunafly. Glad to be here.
understand that you debuted in an audition program. Am I correct?
I was on a show called in Korean 위대한 탄생,
Right.
The Great Birth. And after that, I met my mentor called Yunil-san, a very famous composer.
Right.
And he helped me form my group now called Lunafly. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Take a seat and
Great.
please remember that your vote counts, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll start with the clues as usual. Presenters, if I call you up, please unveil your clue. Let's start with Laura.
Okay. Drum rolls. Yeah. Okay, so
A pile of paper. What is it, Laura?
it's medical questionnaire.
Medical
Medical
questionnaire.
form. So that's my clue.
It's pretty obvious if you're presenting about Korean medical system and you bring a medical questionnaire as
Really?
a clue. What would you want to say? I'm trying to guess.
I mean, you always have to do paperwork when you go to the hospital. So this questionnaire could be for many things. So who wants to give it a guess?
One
Health
kind?
insurance.
Health insurance.
Health insurance. No.
I mean, maybe I'm seeing things a little too plainly, but perhaps it's about medical questionnaires.
Yeah, it is. No, it's not.
Well, as we learned in the quiz, there's no general practitioner for Koreans, right? So maybe this medical checkup questionnaire thing is how you find a doctor.
Oh,
in
you
Korea?
It could be, you have to give a lot of information about your current health.
Okay, we're a little stumped. We'll find out what Laura's topic is later. And we'll unveil Derek's clue first. Derek?
Here we go.
Oh, what is that, Derek?
This right here is what we call in Korean techu. In English, we call it chujubi. Kind of looks a little bit like this here.
Some of our viewers might not be familiar with that jujube, so can you explain to us what sort of fruit that is?
These right here can actually be found in a very, very popular Korean dish called samgyetang. Okay, samgyetang
yeah,
is
very
actually filled
good.
with a whole bunch of different stuff. This is one of the things that you'll find in there.
Right. So jujube, guys, what do you think Derek will be presenting?
Healthy foods.
Yeah, now you got me thinking about food.
Yeah.
So could be healthy foods, health foods.
It's a good guess, good try, but it's not related to food.
How about nutrition as a form of healing? For example, eating something that's good for you as a way of curing an illness, as opposed to like pharmaceutical medicine.
You're along the right track, but no. Good guess.
Yeah, you can make a lot of traditional powders and syrups and things.
Now you're getting closer.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
A lot of ideas are bouncing around the studio. We'll find out shortly what Derek's topic is. Moving on to Nihat. Nihat, please unveil your clue.
What is it?
Is that what I think it is? What is your clue, Nihat?
Oh, this is the thing, unique also in Korea.
It is.
Yeah, and what more?
It has to do with babies.
Child's moms.
Moms too, okay.
Yeah.
Child mom doctors.
What?
No?
Children who are doctors?
Children who are doctors.
Oh, pediatrician.
Baby
Is it
doctor.
Pediatrician.
Pediatricians in Korea.
No.
Okay. One kind? Yes?
Babysitting?
Babysitting in Korea.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
That could be possible.
But that's
No,
very
not
medical.
really.
But that would be actually a nice topic.
Babysitting doctor, maybe.
So there are a lot of good guesses in the studio, but before we find out what these guys are presenting, Sam, which items captivates you most?
I'm very curious about this baby bottle. Yeah, it made me think about milk. Yeah, and I'm very, very curious about what it's about, yeah.
Somehow everything seems to be summed up in food in our studio, which I like. But let's find out what these guys are presenting today. Starting with you, Nihat, what's your topic?
My topic is postnatal care services.
So we were pretty close.
Yeah, it was.
Nihat will be presenting about postnatal care systems. And Derek, what is your topic?
Well, the reason why I brought these jujubes today is because these are included quite a bit in something that's called hanyak. Okay, you guys heard of that before?
The Korean traditional medicine.
Exactly. And the reason why it's related is because my subject today is about Oriental medical clinics.
Oh, Oriental medical clinics in Korea. That seems like an interesting topic. Looking forward to it. And last but not least, Laura.
Well, this questionnaire is about is what you give to the doctor before you get your health checkup. So it's about health checkup systems in Korea.
Health checkup systems in Korea. All of these topics seem so interesting. So it looks like it's going to be a tight race. And we will be talking about the Korean medical system. And all three topics are relevant and interesting. And we know from experience that all three presenters can spice things up with their presentation skills. So it looks like it's going to be a tight race. But before we start, here is how the point system works. Panel 50%, live connection 10%, application 20%, website 10%, Google Plus 10%. The total will decide first, second, and last places. If you're watching the studio recording live via Arirang TV website or YouTube, please give your comments and feedbacks. We would love to hear from you. And of course, please do not forget to vote because your vote could decide the fate of these presenters. Before we start the presentation, let's check out who impressed the viewers most just by their topics. Who's leading the votes on the Arirang TV homepage, Bring It On application, and Google Plus so far? Let's find out. Please remember, viewers, your vote counts. It can turn things around with just one vote. So you can swing things around by logging into our Arirang TV website, our application, and Google Plus. And join us on our show and please vote for your favorite presenters. So without further ado, we will start the presentation, this time with Nihat.
Hello everyone, I'm Nihat from Azerbaijan. Today I'm going to talk about the topic which is unique in Korea again. Let me start with the proverb from our country. The paradise is under the feet of mothers. This shows the importance of the mothers for human being. And when I came to Korea, I heard that there is a system which is supporting this proverb. A few days ago, I got a call from my friend and let's see what happened.
Wow, congratulations! yeah, I would really see you. And your baby also. Yeah, where are you? Postnatal care center? What is postnatal care center?
That was the first expression from me. What is that? When I went home, I just searched about that. Okay, what is it? I got lots of really interesting topics like that's the place where you can learn something. That's where you can have massage, where you can have lots of different programs and yoga, meditation classes, and etc. and etc. Actually, this is not the only thing we are having in there. We have also nurses who's going to take care of 24/7 your babies, and we have rooms which is almost like similar to 5-star hotels, and we have spa packages and also special food which is good for new mothers. It's not that easy to believe, right? That's why I made a video for showing the exact situation in there. Look at these angels.
No.
And the cleaning system, this is one of the best service I have ever heard. And even foreigners from all over the world, they are coming to Korea for having baby. They are having yoga classes, meditation classes, Korean traditional massages, which is really good for new mommies. And also Korean traditional food, which is really healthy for new moms. And also they have special classes for breastfeeding for babies. And why I choose this topic is because I saw this post on internet. The WHO, they showed that after baby birth, mommies for 2 weeks, mommies, they need special care. Most of the deaths of mommies is because of this. While 2 weeks, they need special care. That's why this is my topic for today. And there are developed countries and not developed countries. And in these countries, there are two different sides, the early age marriages and late marriages. For early age marriages, most of the people, they don't have actually education for taking care of their baby. So I think postnatal care services, it's really important for giving them education. On the other hand, we have late marriages, but they have high risk because of their health. That's why I think they need to be in this service. And why I choose this topic, because I'm a son, I'm a brother, wow. I'm an uncle. And I would say that I think all people who has mom, who has a sister, who has a wife, they should have this experience. And I think they should let their wife, their sister, to go postnatal care centers. And I would make this in our country. I hope even though I can't get this kind of sponsorship, but in future I would do this business. It's not business, I think it's just for helping my country people. I would do this business in our country. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nihat. Nihat presented about the postnatal services in Korea. We have 4 lights up so far. It's time for questions and answers.
I know in Canada, a lot of women are starting to use midwives and doulas, which actually they come to your house and help you take care of your baby and give you the same, essentially, services as you do at the hospital. So what kind of advantage would it be to have to stay somewhere else outside of your own home after having a baby?
That's a really nice question. Actually, we have this service, and also like most of the people who are having second babies, they don't want to go to the postnatal care centers, but they can have this service in their home. Also, yeah, we have this service. They are coming to your place. They are taking care of your baby. They are making food for you. They are doing everything, whatever you need.
I got a question.
Yes, Jesse?
First of all, I'm going to light this up. I didn't realize we were supposed to do that during the presentation. Excellent job. I enjoyed it. I'm just curious, how much of a cost is this? You're talking about 5-star hotel rooms, this sort of thing, constant care yoga classes. It sounds like it's tremendously expensive.
It's between 1 million to 5 million. You can just find for the 1 million or 5 million. But they are taking care of 2 weeks of you. So if we are spending 1 million to 5 million for our family, for my daughter or for my wife, I think this is nothing. And it's cheaper than hotel.
That depends on which hotel you're talking about.
So far, Laura's and John's light are out. So let's see how that turned out in the panel votes. I'm going to give you the count of 3 for your final decision. Panel, are you ready? Your vote for Nihat becomes final in 3, 2, 1. Some last minute changes. Sam and Amy's light went off, and in place of them, one kind's light is up. Why did you all of a sudden bring Nihat up?
The reason why is because I'm a guy too, and if I was up there explaining this, I think it'd be a difficult topic. But if it was, a lady discussing about the topic, I think it would really persuade us. But I think it's kind of hard for us to really, talk about this, and I think the ladies would know more about this topic. So I felt
No, he gave more.
Yeah,
he
gave great information, but I think he did what he could do. So
Right, so you valued his presentation skill very high.
Right.
Okay, so Nihat, your final score from the panel, 3 points. Are you satisfied with it?
Not really, but still I have chance.
Right, 3 points out of 6. So that's the panel vote. Let's see how you're doing on our application. Next up, it's Derek. It's Derek's first time presenting, so let's give it up for Derek.
Greetings, panel, and also greetings to our viewers at home. My name is Derek. It's a pleasure to be presenting to you today. Besides our family and friends, our health is arguably the most important thing in our lives. Korean hospitals, they do a great job of taking care of our pains, our sicknesses, and our illness. But for some people, that treatment sometimes isn't enough, it's too expensive, and it's too painful. Is there an alternative? Yes, there is, right here. Oriental Medical Clinics here in Korea. I visited one a few days ago. Let's take a look at the video and see what we're going to find out. In this video, you're going to see 3 different forms of treatment that I received here. The first one you're going to see is acupuncture. Now, acupuncture is when the doctor will place these little small needles into your body at different locations. When this happens, it creates something that's called gi. Gi is basically an energy flow, and it also creates blood flow through our bodies. The next thing you're going to see, moxibustion. Moxibustion is when these things called morguats are placed on your chest here, releasing this kind of scent, and it also creates this heating and cooling of your body, and it also creates this relaxing sensation. And the next one, cupping. I know it looks a little painful, but it's not as bad as it looks. This removes all the bad blood and the toxins from our bodies. Now, I know these are only 3 of the many treatments that you can get at these hospitals. You're going to find out a little bit more information here in just a second. So, after this, the next thing we're going to be talking about are a few statistics. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is roughly 60,000 visitors last year came to Korea alone just for these treatments that they can get at these clinics. That is a double increase from just 2 years ago. And the first quarter of 2015, we've already seen 10,000 people that have visited this country alone just for this treatment. The Korean Tourism Organization, they are now encouraging all these travel agencies now to include the treatment that you would get at these clinics in addition to their regular tourist destinations. Okay, now panel, I need your help for 1 second, please. Repeat after me. Facts tell.
Facts tell.
Stories sell.
Stories sell.
Yes, now what nursery line did we learn when we were kids? Jack and Jill went up the hill to catch a pail of? Water. Okay, not 2.5 gallons of Halasan natural spring water, okay? Jack fell down and broke his?
Crown.
Exactly, not his cranium in 10 places, most severely at his right temple. Now, why am I telling you this information? Is because you are not going to remember the facts, the specifics, and the statistics today. It's the stories that you're going to remember, and that brings me to the next part of my presentation. Here, a face we know very well, Kim Kardashian. Right? Here she is getting her acupuncture done. What did she say? Oh, just relaxing, right? She also happened to have this treatment done while she was pregnant. And did you know a lot of women claim that this treatment will help reduce their morning sickness? Some high-profile celebrities have even claimed that acupuncture has helped them to get pregnant.
Really?
Wow.
Here's a face we all know very well, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, and you can see he is holding an award there. What is that award? That is the Robert Graham Vision Award, and that award is given out to the individual for their high promotion of Oriental medicine. What did he say about it? He attributes the last 20 years of his good health entirely to Oriental medicine. Entirely to Oriental medicine. If it's good enough for Iron Man, shouldn't it be good enough for us? Last but not least, this couple here we all know very well, right? Wrong, these are my parents. Okay? Let's start with my mother. Before she started her treatment, she was a borderline diabetic. She was on a whole bunch of medication. She was an asthmatic. She took an inhaler every day. She was overweight. And now afterwards, she takes 0 meds now. She's off her inhaler. She's lost weight. Her vision has even improved. My father, several years ago, he had prostate cancer. In addition to the treatment that he got at his regular hospital, he also got all of his acupuncture and the treatment that he would get at an Oriental clinic. These are the real stories by the real people of the results that these clinics can give you. Imagine if this was implemented worldwide. I appreciate you listening to today's presentation. I look forward to your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Derek. This is your first time, but it was a very professional presentation. But I think we're a little low on the vote. So far, you only have 1 vote from the panel, so you really have to use the Q&A sessions to win these guys over. So let's start with the Q&A sessions.
Obviously, cost comparison is going to be a question that I'm sure you assumed would come up. So let's talk about cost comparison between Oriental and Western medicine.
Okay, great question. Obviously, this is going to depend on the health of the individual, the hospital as well, and the relationship that you have with your doctor. Now, the hospital that I visited there, that particular clinic, they told me on average for that particular cost there, with insurance, each treatment that you get will be only 10,000 won. And for cases of people that don't have insurance, it's still relatively cheap. He said it would be about twice or 3 times the amount, which will still put you at 20,000 to 30,000 for each treatment.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Yes.
What if someone has never tried this Oriental procedure, and what if, like, you know, they're scared of needles and like these suction cups? How would you persuade them to, you know, this procedure is good? How would you go about that?
Right.
Okay, the first thing I want to say is another thing that we learned when we were kids, don't judge a book by its cover, okay? I know what you saw today may look a little strange and may look a little painful, but to be honest with you, seriously, everything that you saw me experience in that video was less painful than what you would experience getting a massage, okay? And it's very, very short, just for not even a second, the pain.
Were you persuaded, One Kind?
I think I am.
If you're like scared
And One Kind's buzzer is on. And so far, 4 lights are up. You get 4 points out of 6. I think Derek was very professional in his presentation as well as his Q&A session. So let's see if his point stands. On the count of 3, 3, 2, 1. And it's, oh! Sam's and Amy's light went off. So Derek, his first presentation, earned 3 points from the judges. Let's find out how he is doing on our application. Job, Derek. It was your first time. Yeah, well done. Thank you, Derek, for your first presentation. Before we proceed to the last presentation, let's connect to the students at Kyunghee University and see what they thought. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Did you enjoy the 2 presentations?
Yes.
Very much.
What did you think about his presentation?
Very professional.
And convincing too.
Where were you convinced?
I felt, considering the fact, comparing the first presentation, I felt he was way convincing than the first person. I'm sorry to the other person, but I felt more convinced with Derek's presentation, yeah.
Okay, Derek, do you have anything to say to that?
Obviously, I'm going to say thank you very much for listening. You have anything else to say? Go ahead and say it now.
Guys, we'll connect with you later after Laura's presentation. Last up, we have Laura. Laura also has 4 minutes and a Q&A session to follow.
I called you in today because I wanted to inform you that unfortunately we've discovered you suffer from diabetes type 2.
Diabetes type 2.
Yes, I'm so sorry to inform you this. In the future, I would recommend that you get a full body checkup in advance. That would avoid these kind of things happening in the future. It would indeed. Well, as you can see, this week I am talking about health screening systems in Korea. This week's topic is actually one that I feel very connected to because my mom is a nurse and my stepdad is a surgeon, so they were always talking about medical things at home. And what is health screenings? They are actually preventive measures that you use to get early diagnosis of illness and diseases, basically. And like 72% of the Korean population, you can choose to get a health screening test. So France is actually a great country when it comes to health systems because we have the health insurance and we try to get medicines and treatments to everybody, and yet we don't have those health screening tests in France. So where can you take that test? Well, there's many places, hospitals, clinics, and centers that you have all over Korea. Now, in Korean companies, whenever you get inside the company, they will actually require you to get a health screening test upon arrival. Once you've chosen the facility you want to go to and you fill the form that I showed you before, you just get to it. And the basic tests usually include ophthalmologic test, hearing test, blood and urine samples, liver and kidney functions, but there also endoscopies, EKG, MRIs, and chest X-rays, MRIs if you want it as well. So those tests actually, it's based on laboratory tests to check the health and function of vital organs and body functions, body systems. And in France, we do have those for families who are prone to cancer or diabetes, but it's not for everybody, and it's quite expensive. But here in Korea, you can see that those tests are very optimal because they cover most of your body parts. They're available to everybody. They are fast because you can get the results from 3 to 5 days, and they're very affordable. Actually, the price range between $73 US and $1,000 US, depending on the kind of test you want to get. So also, if you go to higher clinics and more expensive ones, you can get something, more expensive. But usually that's the price we get. Now, those 4 points are the reasons why medical tourism has seen an increase in the last few years. Basically, there's a big demand for this from China, Russia, and the US, and they come to get checked up. As you can see, in the last 5 years, the number of medical tourists have tripled. Did you know that there's actually a counter at Incheon Airport specifically for medical tourists? You can just get information over there. Basically, it's expected to bring $40 million US to the Korean economy by 2020 and to create about 200,000 jobs in the medical and tourism industry. So you get yourself checked and you help your country.
Thank you, Laura. That's all the time we have for you.
Oh, that went
There were
fast.
some last-minute changes. So far, I was worried at first because nobody buzzed Laura in, but now 3 votes. So that all happened in the last minute of her presentation. Let's see if you guys have any questions. Yes, Derek. And by the way, applause for the acting.
Oh, that's
very
a great
Derek.
Yeah, thank you, Derek. Thank you.
But he hasn't even hit the buzzer and given his vote for his own performance.
How could I not give you my vote for that Academy Award-winning performance? That's all I have to say.
And
Good
your
job.
question is?
Thank you.
That's it. I only had a comment. I just for that.
Ooh, I'm rubbing off on the other panel members.
I have to.
Okay,
Well,
Derek,
questions,
thanks
anyone?
for your comment. Yes, question.
What's the difference between a medical checkup in Korea and outside of Korea?
Actually, there are no medical exams, screening tests outside of Korea. I mean, in France, I'm talking about France. I'm not sure about other countries, but they are very expensive. So, all of the tests that you've seen outside, in France, for example, I had a surgery and I had to get an MRI. That MRI alone cost 800 euros. Then the surgery cost more. But in Korea, this is the only place I've seen this, where you can get checked up when you have nothing wrong, just to see.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Are you convinced
So the
at all?
MRI is free in Korea? Is that what you're saying right now?
That's not free. What I mean is you pay for a service
But you said it's 800 euros to get an
for
MRI.
just the MRI.
Yeah,
I've
what
told
about
you
in
that
Korea?
I'm not sure about the price of just the MRI, but you see that in some of those health screening tests, you can actually get various tests to check many body parts, and you have it's not even the price of the MRI in France. Also, I want to remind you that this is something you do before you have anything wrong. When you have something wrong in France, you need to go to a doctor that will give you a prescription, and then you can get an MRI. This one is just basically you're like, maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I should go check and prevent that it becomes something more. And then you can get a treatment if there is something.
I'm going to take one last question from Nihat, because you did not have a chance to give a question.
Right. Do you think $1,000 is cheap for checkup?
Nihat!
That's the question.
Okay, typical Nihat question. Thank you,
problem.
Laura. You have an answer for that?
Yes, I do. The difference between my price range and your price range was that mine is the last one. You started at $1,000, okay? But
Mine is for 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, mine makes you check the whole body. No, of course, 1,000 is a bit expensive, but you can also get it for much cheaper. And if you're in a company, they will give you a discount whenever you go through the company. So you can find some checkups that are much cheaper than 1,000.
Thank you, Laura. There's a lot of tension here at the Bring It On studio. Let's see if Laura so far has 4 votes. Let's see if this changes on my count of 3. 3, 2, 1. one. And one kind's light is up. So 5 points for Laura. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so far, Laura is leading the judges' votes. Let's see how she's doing on her application. So far, Laura is in the lead, but we still have the online votes and the votes from the students at Kyunghee University, plus the panel's bonus points. So there is still time to participate. Please go to our Arirang TV website, our application, Google+, and vote for your favorite presentation. Bring It On studio recording is streamed live via YouTube and our Arirang TV website, and we have a lot of comments and feedbacks coming in, so let's check some of them. One user wrote that medical services in Korea seems to be a difficult topic, but 3 of the presenters were very good in their presentations and it was easy to understand. Today, I'm getting a good vibe from the studio, so thank you. And another user wrote that today there seems to be a lot of good energy and good vibe in the studio. That seemed to be a common comment. Welcome back, One Kind, and new member Jessie. It's so good to see you. So thank you for your comment. Now let's get back to the competition. We will give 1 minute each to the 3 presenters for their final pitch. This will be their last chance to convince the panel. After listening to the final pitch, the panel will award 1 extra point to just 1 presenter. It's time for the final pitch. It's your last opportunity to persuade the panel of judges, so use the time wisely. This time we'll start with Laura.
Okay, so before we start, I'm gonna need 2 people amongst the panel.
Volunteers?
I'll do it.
Okay, Jesse and John, will you do it?
All right.
Let's go. So I'm just gonna show you a little exercise that you can do to see if you're healthy.
Okay, wow.
Put your leg like in front of the other.
Yep.
Go down on the floor, sit, and stand up again. Right? Okay?
I'm healthy.
Can you do it?
My shoes. See, you see, I've
It's
got.
okay,
I've
it's
got,
okay, come on. Well, as you can see, this is a difficult way to see if you're healthy, but there's an easier way, and that is to go get a health screening. You know what? It's better to be safe than sorry, so come and get your body checked.
Thank you, Laura. Thanks to Jesse
Thank you, guys.
John for demonstrating that point. I think it was a very accurate demonstration, especially Jesse.
Yeah.
Thank you. You should get a checkup soon.
Yeah, you should probably.
I don't understand how those 2 things are related.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Return to your seats. Laura, it was the first time using volunteers, but I think you proved your point very accurately. Now we will hear from Derek. Derek, it's your time for your final pitch.
I have, of course, something to tempt all your votes with. I have here some hanbang cha. This contains all that nice jujube that you saw earlier. And I'm going to give this, you'll notice I didn't put it just in a paper cup here, not in just ordinary paper cup. No. I'm going to give this to our lovely host, the beautiful Shin Ayoung. Enjoy.
Thank you.
But you're supposed to be convincing us there,
Exactly.
Wrong person.
There's 20 leftovers. All right, now I want to draw my attention really quick to the students at Kyunghee Day. All right, now, did you happen to know the most famous Nihat program is at your university, Kyunghee-Daekyo, the best hospital for that treatment as well. So if you need that, if you're sick, have any kind of disease, you don't have to go very far. There's actually also treatments that we have available for people that want to take care of their health, but also cosmetically now. Instead of getting that facelift, you can get acupuncture done, take out all those wrinkles on your face. Finally, if you get a gym membership, right, and you expect a 6-pack the next day, that's not gonna work out, okay? If I get a guitar and the next day I don't play like Jimi Hendrix, okay, that just doesn't work out. Find out the information for yourself, experience this treatment consistently, and I think you're gonna be surprised how much healthier you become.
Thank you, Derek. Your time is up, and thank you for the tea. Do you guys want some?
Well, I wasn't offered any, so.
There you go, I'll pour it right down your mouth here.
We have plenty to go around. I liked how your final pitch targeted the Kyunghee University students. I think that was a smart move. Okay, so last up is Nihat. Are you ready for your final pitch?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start.
Postnatal care centers, they are taking care of moms and babies. I want to just point to our panels and also Kyunghee University. Firstly, males. Would you give a care about your future wife and your baby?
Well, yeah, of course.
Like me, just only 2 weeks. You don't need to pay that much. Like you can see, Hyuna, do you guys know Hyuna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I really love her a lot. I would have a baby like him or her, I don't know, but if we gonna see this kind of angels in future, and if you wanna give a care to our future wives or babies, then why not postnatal care centers? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Nihat. You appealed to our soft side on your final pitch. We've heard from 3 of our presenters. It's time for the panel to decide who to award the 1 extra point to. It will be a difficult decision. Panels, did you guys reach a decision?
Yes, we did. It was a very, very difficult decision because all 3 presentations were great. I sympathize with the Hyuna. Marriage. Yes, good choice. But the winner, based on the great content, is Laura.
Laura! So that makes 6 points for Laura from our panel of judges. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But we still don't know because there is still more to add. This time, let's connect to the students at Kyunghee University and see what they thought. Hello, guys, again.
Hi.
We talked about Derek's and Nihat's presentation, and you've watched Laura's presentation. What did you think of her presentation?
Medical services in Korea, and one of them is the third topic. The health screening is the most important topic in my opinion.
Okay. Laura, do you have anything to say to that?
Yeah, I just realized that I forgot something in my presentation, but there's actually for foreigners, there's a free health screening if you go to the Yongsan government complex, I think. So it's next to the Crown Hotel. If you go there, you can get a free health screening for yourself. So why not go?
So some new information from Laura.
Thank you guys. Thank you very much for choosing me.
Thank you guys for joining us on our show. Will you be here next time as well? Okay, looking forward to seeing you guys again. Bye, thank you.
Bye.
And we are just about out of time, and the voting has closed. Total points will be revealed soon, but before that, let's talk to our 3 presenters, Laura, Nihat, and Derek. Must be feeling very nervous right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. I was expecting to hopefully get that extra point from the Young students, but
Right. But Derek, it was your first time presenting, so tell us about that experience. How did you prepare for it?
It's really hard to choose a topic. There's really great things here in Korea to do, whether it's a product or a service. So I think finding that right product or service, that's been the most difficult thing so far.
Okay. What about you, Nihat? You've been here quite often, right?
You know, what I found is just maybe next time, if I have chance, I should present something related to students.
Related to students, so you could get the points from the
Nobody
Kyunghee
married in here, so.
University students. Right, that could be a smart move on your part because people could actually relate to that. The students could relate to that, right?
Probably if moms and dads was voting for me, then definitely I was first place.
Right, that could be true. The panel of judges, who do you think will come in first today? Jesse, it was your first time joining us today?
Yeah.
Isn't it
Well, I think Laura's got it, right? I mean, she got the majority of the votes during her presentation, plus she got the bonus vote, plus she got the students' vote. So I think she's going to run away with the whole thing.
But there's the online votes.
Yeah, but I think the online votes will be heavily influenced by the votes that already occurred.
Okay. What about you, Amy?
Well, yeah, Jesse, you make it sound really convincing, so I guess Laura's got it.
Okay, the panel are in favor of Laura. Let's find out who actually won. We have the total scores right now. It's time to hear the verdict. The students at Kyunghee University, our judges, and the online voters have spoken. I have the results in my hand, and today I am going to announce the winner first. Today's winner,
Yes.
with 53.72% of the total votes, is Laura. Congratulations, Laura. 53.72%. So that's more than half of the vote.
Thank you. I'm so happy. I just thought I would never get first place, and I'm really happy. And I want to say thank you to everybody who voted for me. And I hope I can an even better presentation in the semifinals for you to watch. So, of course, I'm very happy, especially since that means I can compete in the semifinal. So I feel great, and I hope that this feeling continues, and that I can do even better in the next presentation, and always introduce great Korean topics to the viewers and the panel. Thank you.
You are so close to the final.
So close yet not there yet.
So close. You could be the one against Amy.
Amy, I'm coming for you.
Okay. Ooh, catfight. Loving it. Okay, so Laura is today's winner. Okay, it's between the two guys. Third place today could be eliminated next week, depending on next week's result. So, it's a pretty nerve-wracking moment. The person that I do not call out will be automatically the runner-up. So finishing third place today is, with 19.31% of the total votes. It's between Derek and Nihat.
Can you just say it? We know that.
It's between Nihat and Derek.
Come on.
Coming in last place today, with a chance of getting eliminated next week.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm sorry, Derek. It was your first presentation.
Somebody's got to be third place.
But there's still a chance. We don't know yet.
Okay.
Okay, how do you feel right now? Please elaborate a little.
Well, I thought this week's topic was pretty difficult for all of us, and hoping next week our topic will be a little bit easier. But as I said earlier, finding that product or services that everyone's going to like, it's really hard. So I'm going to have to really search my brain and talk to a lot of Koreans too, I think. Obviously, I'm a little disappointed. I had a lot of comments from the panel and as well as people on our staff here telling me that I did the best with my presentation. The online voting is very important, whether it's through the app, whether it's through Google Plus or Arirang TV's website. Those are really, really important. I know next week's presenters, all three of them are very good, so there's a possibility next week might be my last episode.
But given that it was his first presentation, he gave a really well-crafted presentation, am I right?
Yeah, I want to go on the record and say I thought he had the best presentation.
Right, thank you. So let's give it up for Derek. Okay, so that automatically leaves Nihat, the runner-up. Nihat, you're smiling.
As every time.
Yes, you seem a little smug.
I just want to say thanks to all voters, especially moms.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations, Laura and Nihat and Derek. We are going to hope for the best next week. Until Korea's brilliant idea, culture, and tradition inspire the people around the world, we will continue to bring it on. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Love the way that you wrinkle your nose when you smile at me. I love the twinkle you got in your eyes now, the only light I see. Oh, every time you blink, my heart skips a beat.